Chris Mills with surfstrengthcoach.com. It's Christmas. Merry Christmas. I'm giving you health, nutrition, fitness, intelligent things to help your body, your surfing, athleticism, your health. Had a question from somebody, long distance runs, does it help for surfing? Fitness has become this bizarre thing where fads and elitism and the new thing, this is the only thing that will help, everything else in the past is irrelevant. It's nonsense, it's bullshit, it's irrational. Every exercise has a risk versus reward ratio, and we also consider the biomechanical relevance to the sport, right? So, does long distance running help your surfing? So first, the biomechanics of it. So does the movement of running and the reinforcement of this movement of running carry over to surfing? Not really. It's not a bad thing, but again, we're thinking about the biomechanical relevance. So we would, to make sense, think of a squat, a front squat, or a jumping squat. Does the squat have biomechanical relevance to surfing? Yes, because think of surfing, squat position, up, down, you're coming down the wave, pumping. There's biomechanical movement relevance of a squat towards surfing. With running, there isn't. So, physiologic relevance, what does running do for you? It can increase your cardiovascular capacity if done well. Does that have relevance to surfing? Yeah, because there's a huge endurance aspect to surfing. So then we start looking at risk versus reward ratio. Again, what is the risk of running? Long distance running, right? That's what he asked specifically. It can be really hard on the joints, right? Running is a sport in and of itself, and if you want to run often, there's a lot of maintenance and training that need to be done just so you can keep running pain-free. So running can be really quite hard on the joints, especially if you haven't had specific run coaching before, if you've got hip immobilities, ankle immobilities, or just movement immobilities. This slow distance running, you can really beat stuff up if you have inefficient gait patterns. So there are some potential risks, right? You can just hurt things, wear out joints if you're not doing it properly. What's the reward? You do have an increase in some cardiovascular efficiency. That is really about it in terms of its relationship to surfing, in my opinion. Something that could be done more efficiently, in my mind, would be interval running or sprints, field sprints. Not only does that have a better physiologic response in the body, as opposed to long distance running. If you're looking at intervals, high intensity sprint work, there's a better hormonal response, muscular repair, regrowth response, as opposed to just long distance, slow cardio. Also, if you're doing sprint intervals, you're looking at a wider range of energy demands or energy system demands. So again, think of surfing. Sometimes we're paddling slow, sometimes we're paddling as fast as we can, sometimes during a paddle out you're duck diving, so there's this emphasis, this energy press, hard paddles, breathe, breathe, breathe. You know, there's different energy demands while you surf, so if you're doing some interval sprints, you're hitting different energy demands depending on your rest periods, high burst activity. I think that is far more beneficial and relevant for surfing as opposed to just going for a jog. So I'm not anti-jogging. It's not, I used to do lots of long distance running. I was a cross country runner in high school. So, you know, it's a good mental kind of cleansing thing. A lot of people run just for their sanity, but it can really beat up your body. So when thinking of exercises, think of the biomechanical relevance, the physiologic relevance, and then the risk versus reward ratio of that exercise. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, throw them up on Facebook. Happy to answer them via video if it's a good question. Enjoy your Christmas, man. Peace.